Hey Gold Paladins, today I'm Honorary Professor Garmore and we're here to talk about great nature. Since ancient times, scholars have asked themselves, if Isabelle is so good, why haven't they made an Isabelle 2? Unfortunately, I'm here to tell us the story of Isabelle 2. First, let's review the original Great Sage of Black Shadows, Isabelle. She says, continuous Vanguard circle. When your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, you can perform both of the effects for perform one of the effects. Auto, Vanguard, or Rearguard, when placed, Soul Blast 1. Put the top card of your deck into the drop zone and perform one of the effects below, depending on that card's type. Normal unit, this unit gets plus 15,000 power till the end of the turn. Trigger unit, return the card put from your deck to the drop zone by this effect to your hand. So, what's the problem with this card? That's right. It requires your opponent to be grade 3 or greater, and you only gain advantage from activating her effect if that condition is met. But that's not the only problem that the Isabelle deck had. We also have highly expensive costs that they expect us to pay. We need a Counterblast for Binoculus Tiger, a Soul Blast for Monoculus Tiger, a Counterblast and a Soul Blast for Hamhiko. We need a Counterblast for Matilda if you are playing the Matilda Monoculus combo. You need a Soul Blast to reuse on-place abilities with Scale Toucan. But that one is much less common. Scale Toucan is mostly there as a booster. And if you happen to be someone who didn't buy other VRs or just isn't playing the Hamscape build, I just want to address this for you guys because I know you exist, because not everybody spends big on this game. Armed Instructor Bicep is another Counterblast cost. So, to do your main combo, you need 3 Counterblast, a bunch of Soul, and a lot of cards in hand. So, well, we don't even have this Excel marker yet. And we'll shuffle the deck so that anything we gain advantage-wise is still randomized. In fact, let's even say we don't have all the combo pieces. We just have we don't even have like no, we can't even show the combo if we don't have these pieces. These are incredibly important. Actually, Hamhiko isn't, but like it's your advantage engine. So let's say you're looking like this, entering your turn 3. Drop return, ride. Get your Excel 2, draw, Isabelle skill, Soul Blast 1, mill, it's a trigger so we add it to hand. Call Matilda, skill, Counterblast 1, mill, she gains Battledore skill. Call Monoculus, call Binoculus, call Isabelle, skill, normal unit, plus 15. So then, Binoculus attacks, Counterblasts, mills, trigger unit, pop, plus 5, plus 5, plus 5. And we're giving 2, or wait, is it front row units? Yeah, plus 5, plus 5, plus 5, there we go. But like I kind of wish we could just give plus 5 to the back row because then it would make the Matilda Binoculus combo way threatening. Then we swing van. This is only 20k. First, second, nothing. Okay. And then swing, Monoculus skill, Soul Blast 1. Trigger. Your opponent can only call triggers. They have to call 2 or more cards at a time. This has no inherent crits. And then swing. And that's the basic combo that you want to keep using to pressure your opponent. But the problem with that is that it costs you 3 soul and 2 counterblast. It costs almost as much as book. Think about it like that. In fact, like, there comes a point where you'd be better off never activating anything's effect ever and just using the book. Like, Great Nature is forced to play so many Wave 1 cards because Wave 2 cards were just, well, they weren't anything, honestly. Like, here's the thing. Matilda is already a controversial choice, and the only reason it's even in this deck is for the Matilda Monoculus combo. Because otherwise, this deck really doesn't have a way to force cards out of your opponent's hand at all. Especially since you can't use Monoculus on a Vanguard attack. It just has to boost specifically rearguard, and as such, it will only really work on a rearguard that has some kind of pressure attached to it, such as Matilda's Battledore skill. And how exactly does this new Isabelle that has a counterblast cost attached to it and then reuses on-place abilities, but you still have to pay the cost, help any of that? The answer is it doesn't. The answer is that this card is so far removed from anything Great Nature actually needed that, like, I don't even know what to do with it. I don't even know why, like you still don't even want to write into this card. You still look at old Isabelle and you go, that's the one I want, actually. I don't want this one. This one doesn't do anything for me. And while we're here, let's take a look at the other 2 cards that were revealed on the stream. So the first is a grade 2 called Love Love Dotter, D-O-T-T-E-R. Grade 2, 9k, 5k power, or 5k guard. And when she's placed on van or rear, counterblast 1, mill 1, and perform the effect depending on the card milled. So if it's a normal unit, you call it. And if it's a trigger unit, then she gets plus 15 during the turn. And then your other card is Beads Ringtail. It's a grade 1, 8k, 10,000 shield. Auto, rearguard circle, attacking or boosting. Counterblast 1, put the top card of your deck into the drop zone and perform one of the following effects. If it's a normal unit, you draw a card. If it's a trigger unit, retire an opponent's rearguard, and this unit gets power plus 5,000. So it's Binoculus Mini, but it costs just as much as Binoculus Tiger. They revealed 3 new counterblast cards before this clan got 1 countercharge. 1. You guys thought Royal Paladins had it bad, and now they can countercharge like all day, all they want, all the time? Great Nature doesn't have anything to countercharge. And all of their combos take at least 2. I feel so cheated right now. Like, I got up this morning with 0 expectations and somehow was still disappointed because I found out they revealed Isabelle and it was bad. Imagine waking up with 0 expectations and walking away from it with those expectations lowered. I really expect less than nothing at this point. I expect to, like, without even having to buy the cards. At this point, I expect without even having to buy the cards that, like, Mr. Bushiroad's just gonna come into my house and rob me, or, like, take this deck from me. They're going to come into my house and go, Yoink. These are ours now. Bye-bye. That's how low my expectations are. But that's enough out of me. I'll see you guys some other time.